What's going on, guys? Tony Maritato here. Let's have a little fun with this. Let's take a look at some pricing psychology and just have a candid conversation. There have been quite a few posts lately about pricing, and you have both ends of the spectrum, right? You have your clinicians who believe that you should not post prices publicly because they believe that a person is going to see your price and then decide not to come hire you because that individual believes that your price is too high. Okay, I don't disagree. I think you're totally right. Um, but then I'm on the other side of the fence, right? So I am on the side of the fence that you absolutely should post your price. You should plaster your price everywhere. You should scream your price from the rooftop because at the end of the day, you basically have two options. You better be the absolute most expensive provider in your area or the absolute least expensive provider in your area. There is no benefit to being the second cheapest. There's no benefit to being the second most expensive. Either go big or go home, most expensive or most inexpensive. There is nothing in the middle. And so, with that being said, what happens when a consumer lands on your website? So let's take a look at some websites, and I like to compare it to dentistry because I think dentistry is kind of an interesting market that we can compare ourselves to. So I just did a Google search, dentist near me. I show up in the Middletown area, even though I'm just a little bit south of that. And so you can see here, this is going to be the site that I want to show you. It's Aspen Dental. It's part of a franchise, large organization. But before I do, let's click on this private practice dentist. So me as a consumer, why am I coming here? I'm coming here for information. I'm coming here to figure out who Noonan, Brockman, and Pollock is. And, just to get an idea of what I can expect. So, like, obviously, none of these kids, those are clearly stock photography. They're not the patients of this dental practice. There's nothing here that tells me about the dental practice within those graphics, other than it's a pediatric dentist, where I can see here under the title it's a pediatric dentist. I can go to About Us. I get information about the docs, which I think is awesome. Visits pediatric dentistry. If I am looking for something for my kids, I probably want to know the cost. I want to know if you accept insurance. If I am going to an insurance-based provider and you don't accept insurance, that's it. Like, don't waste my time, don't waste your time, because I'm not looking for the best possible solution. I'm looking for a solution that's connected to my insurance, that my insurance will pay for, that I'll get credit toward my deductible. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? We all agree there's nothing wrong with that. So don't waste your time or my time. Now, I don't see obviously any prices here. Let's take a look at digital x-rays. Like, it's cool that you do it. I don't know who or what dentist doesn't do digital x-rays, but it doesn't tell me how much it costs. Nothing really in here. First visit doesn't tell me how much it costs. Doesn't tell me, much of anything useful. So this is most physical therapy websites, even though it's a dentist website. Let's see if we can jump back. Let's see if we can take a look at the example that I really want to talk about, which is this Aspen Dental. So when I get here, bam, first thing I get hit with is the 50% off basic replacement denture per arch. Book an appointment, limited time offer. So I get a huge coupon right there. Okay, I don't think most people are opting in at that point. But then we come in, still more stock photography. It's not going to help me with anything. I've got the city. I've got the address, the telephone number. As I scroll down, I get the same 50% off. I can see free exam and x-rays. Then I could see save $100 or $1,500 on Invisalign. And then right away, like, yes, it's probably, a scroll and a half below the fold, right into $1,328, $1,528, $505. there is no question, there is no fear of saying, look, this is what it costs. You can see the insurance logos, so obviously they do accept some insurance policies, but I just feel like I am not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to, convince you. I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to be a salesperson. I have no interest in selling you something you don't need. If I believe I have something that can genuinely help you, I want to provide it to you for the price that it costs. If you want to buy an hour of my time to discuss the options, awesome. This is what it costs you, 250 bucks, 300 bucks, whatever. If you want to buy, a pre-packaged 1 month plan of care for post-surgical total knee replacement, top of the top tier, awesome, $5,000. You can come in as much as you want. You get unlimited access to me as your personal physical therapist. I can work with you in the home. I can work with you in my clinic. We can deduct whatever services are covered by your insurance policy, but anything that's not covered that we provide within the comprehensive package comes out of the $5,000 buy-in, and so I want that out there. I want people to understand you don't have to choose this option. You can absolutely go to an in-network provider. I'm an in-network provider, but you can go to another in-network provider who doesn't offer the added services and the added value. There's probably 10 therapists in my location, within our city, within a reasonable drive that you could go see. And they'll only provide you what Medicare or other third-party payers will offer or cover, but that's not me. What makes my practice special, what makes my practice unique is, yes, I too will provide the services that your insurance company will pay for, but I'll also provide the additional services that I think are above and beyond what's covered within your policy that you need to achieve your goals. You don't have to do above and beyond. But if you're not going to do it, don't come to my practice. If I'm in the mood for sushi, I'm not going to go to a Mexican restaurant. I'm going to go to a sushi bar. I'm going to go to a Japanese restaurant. So if you're not in the mood as a client for the full comprehensive program that I bring to the table, no big deal. Don't come to me. Don't call me. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. I want you to know right up front exactly how much this is going to cost if this is something that you're considering. So guys, that's my take on it. I don't want somebody to feel pressured. I don't want to excuse me, convince anyone that they need my services and they'll be so much better off, and that because they're paying me 5 times as much as they're paying an in-network provider, they're only going to have to come 5 times less. No, I don't want any of that. This is what I do. This is what I'm a professional at. This is what I'm an expert in. If you want it, this is the cost. If you don't, go down the street, go down, there's no limit to the level of services you can get elsewhere. But I just believe your price is the best indicator of your value, of your services worth. And if you're not going to put it out there, it's because you probably don't believe that you've either conveyed the message well enough already, which is reasonable, or that your service isn't worth 10 times what you're asking. If you're asking $500, you should be selling something worth $5,000 to the right person. And it's totally doable, totally possible. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you hide your pricing? Do you display your pricing? What are your thoughts on either side? I'll catch you on the next video.